able to, Jeff.
Yeah, it's good that they fought, right? Obi Wan and Darth Vader.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the second time they fought.
Oh yes, and you hope they fought as well. Yeah.
No, effectively now that would be considered their third
Oh, no,
clash.
sure. Oh, they fought twice. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. In the Chop Off Anakin's legs. Yeah, that the first one.
Revenge of the Sith. He was already Darth Vader.
Yeah. So he wanted to burn Obi-Wan just like he was burned in that one, right? Is that right?
Yeah, he doesn't want to kill him. He wants to torture him because what he made him.
Yeah. It's quite cruel, I guess. Yeah.
But what a line from Darth Vader. I am what you have made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
And that droid was definitely no droid.
No, for sure. It looked like, I wonder who was actually behind that droid and or who was controlling it.
There are theories.
Who could it be?
Because it could act on its own kind of volition in a way. Like he was the one who rescued Obi-Wan as well.
Oh yeah.
And also those droids are not meant to.
They're not meant to talk. They're not meant to sort of.
Yeah. And they're not meant to understand anything, but obviously this one did. Like he hid a weapon right behind his himself.
It doesn't take it to attack the stormtroopers.
Which is also not a droid thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't do those things.
There was definitely a person in there, and he definitely understood the girl. So
interesting.
It must be some big guy under there.
And I wonder whether Darth Vader even recognized him. You know, he saw him through the fire, taking Obi-Wan away, but then he didn't pursue. So that was interesting.
So he
could have like put out the fire, but he chose not to. Because he did the first time. He stopped it, and then when it was relit, he just let it happen.
And yeah, he could have pursued both of them.
Yeah. So you say he might know that droid, the person behind the droid. Yeah.
I'm thinking he might know who it is.
Or not. There are theories that it is Wrecker.
Wrecker. Who's Wrecker?
From the Bad Batch. Star Wars. He's a clone.
Okay, could be.
Really big buff guy. who was from the Bad Batch. They did have their chips taken out, so he is normal.
I see. That's interesting. You said the guy in the desert may have been Palpatine, was it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm thinking the way he looked a lot like Palpatine. It may not
that was Anakin Skywalker.
Okay.
Was it? Oh, without the mask. Was it?
Yep. It's meant to reflect the way that he looked in Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And yes, I watched the episode beforehand.
Yeah, he looked so much like Palpatine, you know, like he already, because of, I guess, him being burned, it sort of gave him this appearance that's very similar to Palpatine.
Strange already, yeah. Is Palpatine, would he be still around at the moment?
Yes.
He would be.
He's still around. He was still around with, you know, the Empire Strikes Back and, you know, A New Hope. He was around throughout that.
But
all those episodes.
But in this period, he's still with the Empire at the moment?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is in between episode 3 and 4.
Yeah.
That's true. But he hasn't made an appearance yet, has he? No.
Well, no, not yet. But he remember that he was elected, wasn't he? As a senator, Palpatine. So definitely he's involved still.
Yeah, he's definitely still involved. Because he's the big bad behind everything.
We'll make an appearance then, I'm guessing.
And he'll probably, later.
Yes.
But essentially from what this episode has done is they're linking like everything together. They linked Quinlan Voss, which you hear the name Quinlan.
Yeah.
That's it from Obi Wan himself. Essentially, no one would know who he is unless you watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Mm.
He played a big part in the Star Wars Clone Wars series, where he actually was quite a good guy. He did have a relationship with one of the Sith girls, the Asajj Ventress, at one point.
Okay. I haven't actually seen the Bad Batch and Clone Wars yet, so
Yeah, I think from now
Yeah.
you might want to give it a watch to get a bit more story
With the
behind
background.
it.
Yeah.
But Quinlan Voss was good. Then kind of turned bad and then came back to good again.
Okay.
So it's one of those interesting stories to look out for in the Clone Wars.
Interesting.
But overall, he's a good guy.
Yeah, Obi-Wan knew him, so.
Yep.
That's good.
And anyone who watched the Clone Wars would kind of know him. But it's kind of interesting how they just put up the name right there. It's like, unless you watched the show, you wouldn't even know who it was. Like, Quinlan, who the heck is Quinlan?
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Same
also,
as, yeah.
the Rebel Alliance symbol again was another link, essentially, to Rogue One as well.
Yep, there are a lot of links in this show. Even on the wall, scraped on the wall was Doom, which is related to Caleb Doom, otherwise known as Kanan Jarrus, from the Star Wars Rebel series.
Okay. Yeah, so that's another series as well. That's
Yeah, they're linking like so much things together, and they even have the essentially the temple of the Inquisitors in the show as well.
Yeah.
The first time we actually see it is in the game, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
The game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they even made that canon.
Interesting. Yeah, they brought that into the show.
Yeah, because in Fallen Order, there were a lot of Inquisitors as well. But now they connect the two with the same temple. Wow, they're just making everything canon. They're going on a roll, just making everything canon. Wow.
Where was Leia meant to escape to?
Alderaan, right?
Yeah, they're meant to go back to Alderaan, but they made up a story of Shawl or something.
Toll.
Yeah, Toll.
But yeah, I mean, the pilot was obviously killed by Reva, so she can't really go there now.
Yeah, so we would have to assume that she's captured, and we'll start that off in episode 4.
She might meet her father then, right? The real father.
I wonder whether he sensed her, when he was walking through the town, or did he only sense Obi-Wan? Well, I guess he was mainly there for Obi-Wan. He wouldn't be expecting.
That's a good question. Yeah, because he paused for a little bit, right? Yeah.
He paused for a little bit, like he could sense something, but I wonder if it's because he's sensing Obi-Wan, or is he sensing Leia?
Or both things. Yeah. Maybe both.
Maybe. We don't really know, because at this moment,
it's still very fresh.
He doesn't know that Leia is the daughter.
Yeah.
He don't? Oh. But he knows he's got 2 kids, right? I think.
No.
Oh, he doesn't even know he's got kids?
Nope.
I thought when... Oh, really? I thought when Padme died, they told him... No one told him, right?
No one told him.
No, I think even with Revenge of the Sith, I don't think Obi-Wan mentioned it at all during their fight.
Yeah, saying that he had kids. He knew that.
All he knows is that Padme died. I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's all he knows.
Yeah, he might have assumed that the children also died.
Yep, and he doesn't even know if there's 1 or 2. No one told him anything, so.
That's a secret. Well,
a great deal he didn't really know.
Does the Emperor know?
Probably does know, but
I think
that's withheld it.
Yeah, he might know, or maybe partially know some things.
Well, if you think of like A New Hope, the Emperor knew the name Skywalker, Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
So obviously he knew, but withheld it.
oh. Makes sense. I think
Yeah.
it's good that it's good that he withheld it, because then Anakin won't go with his kids, so to speak.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Well, yeah, it's a way of controlling him.
Yeah, true.
Although I don't know how aware he was about Leia, because she was known as Leia Organa. She didn't have a Skywalker name. She had the name
Yeah.
of the senator who adopted her. So
Oh, the senator adopted Leia.
I remember Organa.
That's why it's Leia Organa.
Leia Organa. Not
Yeah.
she's not Skywalker.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah, Bail Organa adopted her.
adopted name, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know that Senator Palpatine necessarily knew about that.
It's still a secret. Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine, yeah.
Yeah, Emperor now, yeah. But yeah, I mean, at the time when she was adopted, I don't think he knew.
You know when Padme
But Darth Vader finally does find out that Leia is the daughter only in episode 6 by sensing Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. He knew about Luke first, I think.
Oh yeah, twin sister. I remember that scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a twin sister. Yeah, he found out later. Yeah.
Yeah, he finds out later in the final battle between Luke and Vader.
Yeah. Even Luke himself didn't know until much later.
Yeah.
In episode 5.
Yeah. Even in A New Hope, he didn't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, discovery for him too.
Which ended up with that really awkward kiss.
Really awkward.
The awkward kiss, which is now taboo in all of Star Wars history.
The kiss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you know that scene. Leia kisses Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Oh, Leia kiss. Yes. But yes, they're siblings. Yeah,
But they didn't know.
They didn't know because they didn't grow up together, remember? So yeah.
Oh, that kiss I didn't know actually. Like they were siblings. Not yet anyway.
No.
Not only siblings, they were twin sisters.
They were twins.
They were twins.
Oh yeah, they're twins. Yeah. Yeah.
That is why it's called the most taboo thing in Star Wars.
Yeah, it would be considered incestuous.
Yes.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But what an episode. That was
pretty good.
That's
I really
brilliant.
Yeah.
Plus all the linking of all of the other shows.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good as well. Having that finally connected.
Yeah, and connected all in not just one scene, but throughout the entire episode. They were giving more links here, there, and everywhere. They linked 4 other IPs in this one. Wow.
Yeah, that's true. And Darth Vader's voice was the old guy.
Well, I guess 3 then, if we consider that Wrecker isn't known yet. Maybe if it is, then Bad Batch is included. If it is Wrecker. We're hoping it is. It's the biggest supporting theory out there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying that Darth Vader's voice is the old one.
James Earl Jones is back.
Yes. Yes, and then not the Anakin one. Not the Christians.
Not Hayden's voice. No.
Yeah,
No.
Definitely not Hayden's voice.
Yeah. It's the old one. Yeah.
Well, at least he did appear as himself in one scene.
What did he? Oh yeah, the one in the desert.
Not in the desert.
Oh,
they were on the mining planet, so it's not desert.
Oh, the mining planet. Yeah. Oh yeah,
but it does kind of look like a desert is because there's meant to be farms.
Oh yes.
But the Empire destroyed them all.
Yeah. Well, I suppose because they
Ravaged
wanted
it.
to mine those areas.
Oh, it's a mining.
So they destroyed the farms and, in order to mine.
Yeah, completely ravaged it.
Yeah, that's what Obi-Wan was saying to Leia, that it used to look very different before the Empire came.
Probably a lot more green.
Mm.
Yeah, they changed it.
It was probably much more lush and,
More greenery and stuff.
yeah.
It's
But
interesting.
yeah, Obi-Wan acted again really different to the character that we knew before. It just shows how much he's changed. Like he's so on edge.
A different kind of Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on edge.
Yeah.
So this was the place that we would meet up. There was no one there. He kind of got super annoyed. So no one is coming.
Yeah.
Like, where's the patience that he used to have for so long?
Yeah, I think, he's still very much, I think traumatized by the events of Revenge of the Sith, that he can't forget it,
Yeah, even seeing the logo of the Empire on the
truck, yeah.
On the truck, he was like super on edge. Especially when the stormtroopers came on, he was like tensed. And he even they say screwed it up for a little bit.
He made a mistake.
Yeah.
He mentioned his name.
Well, he covered it up well.
Luma. Is that just a made up name? Luma?
Yeah.
It was made up by Leia.
Yeah, but then Obi-Wan called her by the real name. I thought her name was Luma.
You know that lady who helped him? She was dressed in an Imperial uniform.
Yep.
But she's not really part of the Imperial.
No, she is. She is an actual Imperial.
She explained it. She first joined the Empire when she thought it was doing good, until later when she figured out that it's not, the Empire wasn't what she thought it was.
Yeah. So that is actually her real job. That is still her job. But she's secretly working with the Rebel Alliance. Smuggling the guy out.
Informants.
Yeah.
Informants.
She's like a double agent, really.
Working both. Wow, that's pretty good. Working both sides. Okay.
I mean, she'll obviously know a lot of things from having, that job. So she's very familiar with routes and different things like that, and she's able to help them because of that.
That's true. She knows the droid maintenance base.
She'll know about the ports and how to get people out safely.
That's right. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah.
It's kind of useful for the Rebel Alliance to have someone on the inside.
Yeah.
But there's apparently a number of them.
Oh, there's a number of these
kind of insiders.
For them, yeah.
And I think if it wasn't for that, the Rebel Alliance wouldn't be able to succeed without
It's true. Like it's very difficult, yeah.
It would be made much more difficult without being able to recruit sort of people who were working for the Empire as well.
Yeah. Actually, since we talked about it a lot, maybe let's have a look at some of the Easter eggs.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Very good, yeah.
So, as usual, since Mark is not here, we'll just keep going off the screen round one.
Yeah.
So let's have a look.
Can you make the text a bit bigger? Maybe it's. Oh, there you go. Good.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Voices from the Star Wars prequels. Yes.
Oh, there was no Yoda, right? No, there wasn't.
And then it's great to hear like Yoda and Qui-Gon sort of in that as well.
Oh wait, did you hear Yoda's voice? Yeah. No.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
How many pain will you find?
Yes, only like a really short scene, but it was also a snippet from a previous show, so it's not re-recorded or anything.
Oh, okay. Yes, it was a snippet from flashback kind of thing.
Yep, and we hear Qui-Gon Jinn. Promise me you will train the boy.
Yeah, he was speaking to Obi-Wan, is it?
No, it's what he remembers. He's still not exactly talking to.
Oh, it's a flash. Yeah,
flashback.
Flashback.
To Qui-Gon as of yet.
They haven't communicated yet. No.
There,
No.
because if Qui-Gon knew, she would have seen. But as well, it's kind of sad because Obi-Wan hears, promise to eat me, you will train the boy. And look what happened to him.
Mm,
Yeah.
He failed.
yeah.
Mm.
And you know, he's still not able to communicate with Qui-Gon's spirit. So
Mm.
Yeah. And
Stage.
if you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Yeah.
Wow. From Anakin Skywalker himself.
her Revenge of the Sith.
It's great.
Throne room on Mustafar.
Oh, Mr.
Yep, we've seen this several times now, including in Rogue One.
Mm,
But this is the first time we actually see the actual throne that he sits on.
yeah.
Oh, the lava thing.
Yeah, it's cool to finally see that. His actual domain.
Yeah. And looking out's in the place where he practically lost his limbs
Yeah. The fire.
on Mustafar.
Yeah.
It's the same planet.
Oh, that's with all the lava and all that.
That's the lava, yeah.
It's the fire.
And
Awesome.
James Earl
James Earl Jones,
Jones.
yes.
James Earl Jones coming back.
Okay.
Very, very happy to hear his voice.
Yeah. That's the same, right?
Iconic. Iconic.
I thought it would change, but yeah.
No,
Yeah, it's
I'm glad it's back.
definitely iconic.
Yes, he still got it.
But compared to like other people who try to like replicate the voice, it's definitely not the same. But even though James Earl Jones's voice now has been partially backed with some AI,
Oh, some AI.
it still sounds quite good.
It still sounds like him.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
like
funny,
it's
original.
still very much him.
Mm.
So yeah.
Mm.
So yes, here it does say natural voices combined with recordings and manipulated to create a new exact composite. Because he is 91 years old now.
It's not
Even though, he is still really good at talking, but the voice has definitely changed. It's not the
Yeah.
same as what it was before,
Mm.
but it's still iconic. It
Yeah.
still sounds just like his original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Maybe one Kenobi foreshadows Leia's.
Mm.
That is meant to say Leia.
Yeah.
She was supposed
She wants to use the force, is it?
Yeah, well, it says what does the force feels like? They do like how Obi-Wan explained the force.
Oh, yeah, to her, yeah.
Mm.
Like the light in the dark.
Mm.
Um,
So she
And
has
when the
some,
light is on, you feel safe.
yeah. She has some force sensitivity, even back then.
Yep,
and
she does, but she never trained with it.
Yeah. She wasn't trained properly, like, you know,
Mm.
like I think Luke was. So.
Yeah.
But Leia does have her lightsaber in the later
She's a master.
episode 9.
Mm.
Mm. Okay. Interesting.
So the R5 mech, it's just meant to be the same.
Oh, that.
Ah,
Oh, someone's in that thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Looks so much like R2D2 as well.
Yeah.
But like a red version.
yeah,
Oh, that thing. Oh,
yeah, this thing right here.
red 5D4 thing. Mm. Red. Oh.
Yeah, they kind of need this one. It's meant to make him look like what he looked like in
Mhm.
Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, okay.
So that
That's
is him,
when he was walking in the thing, yeah.
Anakin Skywalker.
And again, it does look a bit like Palpatine, but maybe because of that.
It does look like Palpatine.
A little bit, but
Yes.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was beginning
Yeah.
to kind of resemble him.
But
Yeah.
the face is him. There.
Is that it's hence there? Mm.
But I guess with the click, it's a bit hard to tell.
Yeah, it's got a cloak on it. So yeah.
But this is one way of Aiden Christensen coming into the show still without tapping the suit on.
Yeah.
So people still see him at least.
Yeah.
Fortress Inquisitorius. Yep.
What's Focus?
Introduced in Jedi Fallen Order, the video game.
Oh, it's where all the Inquisitors live.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So it was a video game. Yeah.
So now they made the video game canon.
Because the
And
building.
yeah, the building is in there. It's
The headquarters. Yeah.
and they did make a point when they released the first 2 episodes that they also released the trailer for Jedi Survivor, the sequel to Fallen Order.
Okay.
Oh, the video game.
So the new video game is coming,
So that's coming out.
and now we know that everything is going to be connected.
Okay. That's good. It's nice to have that consistency as well.
So Cal Kestis could be coming.
Cal Kestis.
Yep, he's the hero in Jedi Fallen Order.
New character. Interesting. Cal Kestis.
So it might make an appearance here. Who knows?
Maybe,
The fight is
or maybe not. It's a bit too early to say.
oh, the shuttles. Yeah.
Yep, the same shuttles.
Yeah, there is. Oh yeah.
Stormtrooper incompetence.
It's not just the incompetence. It's just that they're kind of useless.
Yeah.
Like, what would it be if stormtroopers knew how to shoot?
Yeah. I can't believe they caught him lying and then still didn't, capture him there.
Well, effectively, there is a theory that this part here, the eyes, they could hardly see.
Oh, I can't see.
And they kind of made fun of that even in Star Wars Rebels, when Rex had to wear a stormtrooper uniform. He had the helmet on. He's a clone trooper, like probably one of the best.
Yeah.
When he had the helmet on, he shot several times and he missed. And then Kanan in the show, do as a Jedi says, wow, you do shoot like a stormtrooper. Says, no, it's these stupid helmets. Throw it. He got rid of the helmet, shot 3 stormtroopers in a row. No shot. It's definitely the helmets.
It's their badly designed helmets that are making them, miss shots and everything. So
yeah, it was a joke for years, and then they played the same joke in Star Wars Rebels, and they confirmed it at the same time.
And we can
Thank
see
you,
here.
Captain Rex. So I'm guessing even though they're staring at him right in the face, they definitely saw his portrait. All the stormtroopers must have seen the portrait, and yet they didn't even know it was him.
Like, how can they not recognize his face? Like after, probes have been sent, everyone should know what his face looks like, since they know Darth Vader is looking for him.
It's the helmets.
It's the helmets.
Mm.
It's definitely the helmets.
Stormtroopers are humans underneath, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not clones. Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
Because we know
moved
that
on from the clients.
Because we know that Finn was a stormtrooper.
Oh, Flynn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So there are still humans. There are still humans, and
Yes.
sometimes they join.
They join back to rebels.
Recruited. Yeah, they get recruited.
Yeah.
Just towns, various towns.
Makes sense.
Yeah, stormtroopers are just yeah. Leia and Obi Wan reference two cut Star Wars stories.
Two cut.
Yep. One of them is the brother.
Oh, Obi-Wan's brother. He has a brother?
He's meant to,
I did not know that.
but then he does
Mm.
when they eventually did the prequel trilogy.
Mm.
It was a cut story, but now it does seem like they might want to delve into the story a bit of the brother. Like even in the comics, we don't really hear much about the brother at all. But now when he does mention it here, and we know that was a cut storyline,
Mm.
they might actually delve into the story a bit more.
Mm.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, and Lars, I didn't realize that was the plan was to reveal him as the long lost brother. Like I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of seen him more as just, the uncle,
Well, effectively, this is an interesting theory, and it's an interesting story arc. So if he was the long lost brother, he would literally really actually be the uncle.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's Luke in the Star Wars trilogy, Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
quite literally the uncle.
Mm.
But then I guess it would have sounded a bit too similar to the Star Wars. I mean, to the Spider-Man one.
Mm.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
But who came out with it first? Star Wars or Spider-Man?
Mm.
Uncle
I
Ben.
don't know. Yeah, interesting. It makes sense now why Kylo Ren was called Ben Solo. That
Yeah.
Leia had named her son after her name for the sort of fake name of Obi Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan. Oh.
Like her
Ben
name.
Kenobi instead of
Yeah,
yeah.
Ben instead of Obi Wan Kenobi.
So Ben's just a made-up name for Obi-Wan, is it?
Ben is kind of like, I suppose.
It's the name that he picked up instead of Obi-Wan.
Mm.
The name is Leia named his son. Yeah. Ben. Oh.
Yeah, that's why he's known as Ben Solo.
Or Kylo Ren. Yes.
We know him as Kylo Ren when he joined the Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
But his real name, of course, is Ben Solo.
Probe droids from Empire Strikes Back. Yes, the probe droids are back in how they look normally.
So interesting to see that back as well. Yeah.
Yeah. It was short though. Yeah.
Yeah, one shot.
Is that? Oh, okay.
The scream, but
That's great.
it's the standard Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, yeah. And you.
And they fall over. Yeah, that's funny.
But this one was brutal. Like what?
It
This is
goes
a
chopped in half.
Disney show.
It goes chopped in half,
Disney.
right?
Yeah. Getting cut in half.
That's funny.
Very brutal.
So much for Disney.
I mean,
This
it's
is
meant
a
to be kids.
Disney show.
It's going to be kids' film, is it?
Is it?
I don't know. It's a good point.
This show was so brutal. This episode was so brutal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Not just to the stormtroopers. Like Darth Vader practically
Lighting.
strangled someone in the
Oh, yeah.
air
And it
and
trapped him
snapped someone's
Yeah.
neck.
It was only a kid, I think, too.
Yeah, that was the son of the person that he just strangled
Yeah.
with the force.
He's using his power.
What? That is brutal.
And it's setting Obi-Wan on fire. That's pretty good.
Hmm.
That's
And
pretty
this is Disney in control here. And they approved it.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising because that's not exactly PG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like cut in half is like what?
Yeah.
What?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
And yep, Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. The sound is very similar. Yeah.
The Wilhelm scream is the standard like soundbite which people use.
The woman's scream. It's a stormtrooper scream, isn't it? Yeah.
It's when they get shot and fall over or drop from a great height.
Yeah.
A
What's it say?
lot of shows have used that Wilhelm scream, not just Star Wars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Other movies use it.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of different shows have used the Wilhelm scream. Some have made jokes of the Wilhelm scream. I think someone made a joke of the Wilhelm scream in Lord of the Rings, which was a spoof one. But yeah, it's been used like almost
A lot
everywhere.
of times. Yeah.
Oh, this lady.
Yeah, Bloom uses the Star Wars Legends location in the live action canon.
Mm.
Watch out.
Yeah, don't really know too much about the comics.
Yeah, I don't know about this place, Jabim, that they mentioned, but looks like they brought something from the comic books into this.
Yeah,
show.
they seem to be trying to make a lot of this stuff like Star Wars
Lot of-
Legends canon.
Mm.
So make it all like part of the whole
Connect
thing.
everything. Yeah.
Connecting everything, which is quite different to what 7, 8, and 9 did, which was get rid of all the canon stories
Mm.
and completely start completely new, which obviously now we can see was a complete
Mm.
mistake and it failed.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm really glad that this show is doing the opposite of that and is connecting these stories together instead.
Yeah, this is how they're meant to do it. That way it gets like all of the Star Wars fans in, not just the new ones, which are looking at 7, 8, and 9 as the template.
Mm.
And they don't know that Star Wars had so much of a community and story making in Legends that 7, 8, and 9 completely ignored.
Mm.
If they did a legend story of 7, 8, and 9, that would have been far better.
Mm.
But then we wouldn't have the Rey person. We would still get kids from Leia and Han. But they would be more than just one. They would be two. They were actually twins.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a very different story if they did follow the Legends plot. But what did 7, 8, and 9 do? Threw it all away.
Mm.
Which is why I kind of dislike again and again. I keep mentioning it. I do not like 7, 8, and 9. Just throw it away, redo it. And I think a lot of other Star Wars fans would agree.
Interesting.
Teledurus references Project Harvester.
Energy.
Okay.
They say this one was depicted in Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Rebels and literally works.
Okay.
I think children as well.
Yeah, it's finding the children.
Yeah.
Even in Jedi Fallen Order, it's similar, but they was getting a holocron with the names of the Force sensitive kids. So I think that directly references this thing as well.
Yeah.
Quinlan Voss lives. I didn't mention this part.
Oh.
Yep, Quinlan Voss. Maybe we will see him in live action. Maybe.
It'd be great to see a live action version of him. If they introduce him in this series, that would be great.
In terms of what it is so far, they actually might, because Obi Wan himself said the name out loud. So Quinlan was here. He worked with Quinlan during the Clone Wars in this series. So to bringing him back for the show, it's making the Clone Wars series into the entire story arc as well.
Yeah. No, it'd be wonderful to see that.
Yep, Boss spent a stint on the dark side after forming an attachment to a sauce fetchers. Yep, that happened. I didn't think of this at all. Teaching Leia how to shoot sets up.
A stormtrooper. Oh.
Yeah.
She asked how she asked
How to shoot, yeah. He asked how to shoot.
She was a pretty good shooter.
Yes, she does.
Oh yes, in that thing.
Yeah. She can definitely handle blaster.
Yeah.
Yep, and even Obi-Wan knew that she would be good. I believe she will.
Yeah.
Jedi symbol in the path. Yep, that's the symbol of the Jedi.
Oh,
It does look like the Rebel Alliance one.
But maybe it is a Jedi symbol also.
It's the Jedi one if it's more yellowish. Yeah, but I think it is more the Jedi one closer when I look at it, because it does have the star and the arc.
Yeah.
The Rebel Alliance is more of like the actual rebel look.
Yeah. Okay. But that definitely, obviously gave it away for Reva.
Yeah, looking at it a lot closer, it does look like the Jedi symbol.
Yep.
And that was it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch next episode now. Really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah,
it's pretty exciting.
This one just ramped it up to the next level. I definitely enjoyed it. A lot of Easter eggs and secrets in the show if you watch the other series. And maybe I could find that theory of that droid as well, because they didn't mention the droid in that one.
Yeah.
An Easter egg, no.
That's not, among the Easter eggs. So I'm wondering who the droid really is.
Yeah.
Secret identity. Be interesting to see who is behind it.
That is interesting. And he saved Obi Wan.
He saved Obi Wan.
Put him in the fire. Where are they going to take him? You reckon? Just somewhere.
We do not know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's gonna take them?
I'm guessing they'll fight again, Vader and Obi Wan.
Oh, there'll be another fight.
There'll be another one. I think so.
Yeah, so the record theory is more on the YouTube videos currently, not actually on the written theory.
Okay.
But look it up on YouTube. There's several theories saying that Wrecker is the person underneath the droid.
Right. Interesting.
Which would link it to Star Wars: The Bad Batch.
Okay, cool.
Which would be kind of cool because they do have Tamora Morrison on the list as well in the show. And he did already act as the Fiberface clone in the previous episode.
Interesting.
A lot of things that they could try to do. Maybe again, Captain Rex. But I think Captain Rex would be more for the Andor series.
Oh yeah, maybe they're saving that for the next series.
Because if you're thinking of Captain Rex, he worked closely with the Rebel Alliance
Okay.
and practically became a general for a Rebel Alliance, even though he was a clone in Star Wars Rebels.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where that might be going then.
Yeah, so if they're trying to set up the whole Star Wars Rebels thing with the Andor series, that is probably one of the best bets.
Okay.
Oh yeah, oh yes. There's a trailer for that.
Yeah, for Andor.
And
And considering that Star Wars Rebels ends at where essentially Rogue One ends as well, that's kind of a good indication on where it could be at. Because maybe Andor is part of the Star Wars Rebels series. And also Ahsoka series as well. Because we know that the Ahsoka series, we're getting some characters back.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Like Hera Syndulla from Rebels.
Ahsoka, yeah.
And they had cast the other Mandalorian who were in the show. What was the name? But it was finally revealed who it was.
Okay. So some recurring characters.
Yeah, in Star Wars Rebels. Who was it? They keep remembering was by the episode is right in front of me. Star Wars.
Star Wars, right?
Sabine Wren is confirmed.
Oh, as a what series?
In the Ahsoka series.
Okay.
Ahsoka series, yeah.
Yeah, so that has been cast. It was in a trailer only in Star Wars Celebration, which is sad. But we'll eventually see them in a proper trailer. Okay, so the character playing Sabine Wren is Natasha Leo
Bordizzo?
Bordizzo.
I think, yeah, I think I've heard of her. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to share screen.
Yeah.
I'll just share that here. Take a take. Yep. Favreau and Filoni introduced actor Natasha Leo Bordizzo as Sabine Wren, the Ghost Priest Mandalorian member.
Yeah.
So Ezra, the Ghost, and the Ghost pilot Hera Syndulla are glimpsed from behind, but we are unsure who they're being played by. Which means the astromech Chopper will appear as well. So yeah, if we want Captain Rex, he could either appear in the Ahsoka show or the Andor show.
Yeah.
Or it could be both, we don't know. Everyone wants Captain Rex. He's practically a favorite.
That should be a good one too. Ahsoka.
Yeah, the Ahsoka show is coming.
It's next year, isn't it? It must be later.
Yeah, a lot later.
Yeah, not this year, I think.
You know this year.
Yeah, I think this year they're focusing on the Obi Wan Kenobi and Andor shows.
Oh, Andor, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be good too.
Yeah. But at least now we know Ahsoka is bringing Star Wars Rebels in. Again, they're connecting everything. They're becoming the Marvel of Star Wars. And considering Marvel, next week we'll have a bit of a clash.
Yeah, speaking of that, what are we
Oh.
going to do? Miss Marvel coming out.
Is it starting next week?
It is starting next week. So next week we might try something new and interesting. We'll try to combine.
Yes, I know.
We'll watch both shows.
We watch both shows. Oh, no.
And we'll do the review all in one go. Which would be probably one of the biggest mashups of Star Wars Marvel reviews.
Yeah.
Which could be interesting.
Yeah.
That could be, yeah. That should be good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. So we could actively just review both Star Wars. And
Do you know if Miss
Do a
Marvel,
combined review.
Miss Marvel is it 2 episodes or 1?
I believe it's just one. They didn't really say that it's going to be a double.
Oh, okay. That makes it easy. Just one.
It does.
Yes, one each. Okay. All right, that should be good. Yeah.
But then we'll have to decide which one we watch first.
Yeah.
Star Wars one section, and then we'll watch
But let's get to our scores, I guess, now.
Yeah. That's
all
good.
right.
So Jeff, what
Wait,
would you give it?
This is gonna be a 9. I'll give this a 9. It's really good. It brings back all the memories from A New Hope, and then some of the ones in Return of the Sith as well. Just I knew the fight was coming, but just good to see them. See that the rivalry is still there. Obviously, Obi-Wan's a bit older now, but it's still got a good team behind him, Leia and people who, as you said, work for both sides and stuff. That's really good, really intriguing. We'll see more of the battles in the next episodes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Steph?
Yeah.
For me, 8.5. I really like this episode. Seeing finally that confrontation that I think fans have been waiting for between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
Yes.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan seeing Darth Vader for the first time, seeing Anakin like that, I think sort of makes it, like really more significant, seeing what he has become.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that was a good line as well. What have you become?
Yeah.
They want to know how each other is going. Yeah.
And he would have probably felt, quite a lot of sort of shock and maybe guilt as well.
Actually, you're right.
That when they were confronted, that when he was confronted with that for the first time.
Yeah.
In the Darth Vader suit.
Yeah, and also seeing Obi-Wan like with a lot of fear. It's like not the Obi-Wan that we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, for me, it's definitely a very solid episode. And then seeing as well, just, that continuing storyline with Leia, that, she's in a way kind of tagging along on this adventure, but it's kind of good to see her, like the beginning of her bond with Obi-Wan and how that relationship sort of started. How they came to know each other, and because by the time we get to A New Hope, we know that they're very good friends by that stage, and working together with the Rebel Alliance. So it's kind of good to see the origins of that sort of thing. So the
relationship.
Yeah. A lot more character development for the young Leia. So again, pretty solid episode, I think.
Yeah.
That's true.
I as well also enjoyed the episode. It's a solid episode, but I was a bit disappointed with the fight.
Why?
What is everyone doing? Running? What?
Yeah, I think he wasn't really fighting in that,
Yeah, he was like so full of fear that he doesn't really want to fight. I
You mean
guess I
You mean
guess you
Obi-Wan?
would see what he's going from. Yeah.
You mean Obi-Wan was running?
Yeah, everyone was running.
Mm.
Like,
But he,
wow.
true. But he doesn't want to kill Anakin just yet. It's too early. Is it too early? Is it?
Well,
Well,
he never wanted to kill Anakin. I mean, you know,
yeah,
It's
of
true.
course not.
yeah, because he still
He was the
seems
chosen
to,
one, right? He was chosen.
you know,
Well,
as his
effectively, he
Padawan.
still is.
He's still the
That's
chosen one, right? Oh, yeah.
As Yoda said, no one said that it had to be a Jedi.
Mm.
That is interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, it's looking at a whole new, different Obi-Wan.
Mm.
Mm.
And then you see the Obi-Wan in A New Hope, and he's a lot more calm
Mm.
and composed.
Yeah.
I just really want to see what goes on between
Yeah.
now to episode 4, effectively.
Like how he gets to that place eventually, like emotionally, you know.
Yeah, because at the moment he's just completely out of it.
Yeah.
He's like so scared.
Mm.
We see him with a lot of fear and hate to the Empire,
Mm.
Yeah.
which is not normal and not Jedi-like,
Mm.
which is why he cannot communicate to Qui-Gon.
Mm.
Mm.
And not only that, it's kind of retconning what's happened in episode 4 as well in the fights in episode 4.
Mm.
Because if you remember that even the awkward fights in episode 4 between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader,
Mm.
they did talk to each other.
Mm.
And one of those lines was, the last time we met, I was the learner, but now I am the master.
Mhm.
Mm.
Who the heck was the learner or the master in this part, in this fight?
Yeah.
Anakin absolutely destroyed Obi-Wan.
Mm.
So he was no learner.
Mm.
He was practically mastering it. So is there going to be another fight when Obi-Wan is actually the master and Darth Vader being the learner again? Otherwise, that talk in episode 4 doesn't make any sense.
Mm.
That's good.
So there must be a scene in somewhere near the where he like completely destroys Darth Vader. So he's practically.
I think it must be later on that he recovers that strength, and when he takes on Anakin again, or Darth Vader again,
Maybe more ready. Yeah.
he would have been more composed.
Mhm.
He would have got himself together by then, hopefully. Yeah.
Maybe
So
some-
effectively, right now, Obi-Wan won,
Mm.
then Darth Vader won. So Obi-Wan will have to win again before the confrontation in episode 4.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I think he does. I think he basically, I think in a way, Leia is the motivation for him getting his act together. You know?
Yeah, probably. Because
Yeah.
at the moment, it's like they're retconning episode 4 a bit.
Mm.
Mm.
So unfortunately, that loses a bit of point for me for this one.
Mm. Okay.
But I'm still giving it an 8. It's still a solid episode.
Okay.
They tried to connect a lot of things together in one solid episode.
Mm.
And as well, what the heck, Disney? You're so brutal now.
Yeah, it is non-PG this episode for sure.
Like, wow. Solid episode there, but not for kids. I would recommend this
Yeah.
for kids.
Yeah, parental warning here.
Yeah.
Brutal. You don't want a stormtrooper. You don't want to see a stormtrooper cut in half.
Mm.
Yeah,
And I think we covered it all.
I think we've covered it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to the next one.
That's good for next one.
Yeah,
And I'd like to see how Leia sort of gets out of Reva's clutches. She's
yeah,
quite
definitely.
resourceful and clever. I wouldn't be surprised if she can outsmart Reva.
Reva, right? Yeah, that's about Reva.
Yeah.
Well, she is clever. We know that from episode 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, she's good at running away and escaping situations. So
She can escape, yeah.
yeah,
I know.
she's quite an escape artist.
She might use a gun actually.
Mm.
We'll see.
Mm.
No,
We shall see.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's the next one. Exciting.
I guess we could
I guess,
end.
yeah, I guess we can end here.
Yep. We're going so.
Yeah. You got a nice jacket, Steph. Is it
Thanks.
red?
Yeah.
Jacket.
It's wool because it's getting cold now.
It's really cold, you're right.
Yeah, it is getting cold.
It's
Yeah.
less than 10 though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you stopped, Jeff?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.